are no longer going to stand and allow them to continue to push measures that disenfranchise our voters.
It became clear that Republicans were going to resort to an extreme tactic to shut off debate, even though we were still fighting the bill. That forced our hand, and that's what led to the walkout that you saw about 10:30, 10:40 last night.
We may have won the war tonight, but the battle is not over. We will continue to fight and speak out against those measures that attempt to silence our voices. They don't want you to know the truth on that bill. They don't want you to know how they don't want to see you at the polls. They don't want you to know that you have rights.
Really, this is just a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt that is aimed at people of color.
There is no widespread voter fraud in Texas. They had added new things about signing the outside of the carrier envelope, putting your social security number, the last four of your social or driver's license, or notating that you don't have one. New measures when you start putting on these bureaucratic requirements that make it easy to make a mistake. And so why are we going to do that? We should be making it easier to vote.
It was a shove down our throats. These negotiations occurred behind closed doors. And ultimately, at the 11th hour, on the 139th day of the 148th day of our legislative session, they chose to bring this bill to the floor without discussion, adding provisions that were in neither version of the Texas or the Senate version of the bill.
We had the pandemic and we had people who didn't have employment, needed more guidance, and he didn't call a special session. We had Winter Storm Uri, where so many people were without power that he did not try to address that. And we had Hurricane Harvey, no special session. So for him to say that he's going to call a special session over a political move is disheartening, and it's a shame for Texas.
There's no question Republicans have the votes to pass things, that they control the House, the Senate, the governor's office, and every statewide office in Texas. But Democrats in the legislature and in the House in particular are determined, and we are battle tested, and we know how to fight. State representatives are elected to represent their constituents, fight for our constituents. And that's exactly what 67 members of the Democratic caucus did last night. Whether they left or they stayed in the chamber, they all fought. We all fought for our constituents. And if by stopping a bill and killing it, in turn preventing a harmful impact on our communities, if that's what we achieved, then we have fought for our constituents and we have done our jobs.